time. The Classic Series finale. 5 drivers can win it. Only one can be crowned champion. Welcome everyone to Bushy Park in Barbados, where we are hosting the finale of the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship Classic Series. 2 races, double points, 103 points up for grabs for a driver who can take pole position and win both races. Welcome everyone, I am your host Rahul Nasir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, and we welcome you out here to a sunny Bushy Park in Barbados. It is round number 4 for the Classic Series, the finale, and it is round 4 of 5 for the Radical Caribbean Cup. We are super excited to get this event underway. We are 16 minutes left of free practice. And qualifying is about to get underway shortly. We have a champion to crown this evening for the Classic Series, and we will go through those points in just a moment. But for now, it is time to get the party started. Minutes left to go in official practice. Gives the guys to warm up now. Let's take you through these championship points now. So, Dylan Morant, this is your driver here on screen now. Dylan Morant in the Ford Escort has 98 points in the lead of the championship. However, in P2, It is a championship rival, Mike Van Dorn. Let's go see if we can find him on track right now. There he is in the Hillman Imp. Danny Nasir getting a little bit too close in the rear end. But this is Mike Van Dorn, the Dutchman. He is at 89 points, only competing in a very few amount of events. He was not here for South Dakota or Wallerfield for that matter. He joined up at Bushy Park. Apologies. He joined up at Dover Raceway for the Grand Prix of Jamaica, and now he's here to take on another round of the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. He's currently second with 89 points. Those are going to be the two main drivers to watch out for. And with double points on the line, anything is possible with these two drivers. Next up, Martin Toth, currently P2 on our timing board right now, currently has 60 points. Now the battle for third right now looking very strong. However, they are still in contention for the championship title. 1 point behind is Klaus Klint, teammate of Dylan Morant. Of course, we're not counting team points here. It's only driver's points that we are counting for this specific championship. Next up, Cole Bradbury, who is in the server as well. Hillman Imp, for him, it's going to be Hillman versus Ford for this championship battle. Austin Wilson sadly cannot join us as he's just not here online today. George Hall in the server, but not in title contention. It's the top 5 for the championship. 10 minutes left to go until we can get qualifying underway. And I am very excited to call this one, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching live, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. You guys are going to witness history here, as we are going to be crowning the first ever Caribbean Motor Racing Champion. Who is going to win the inaugural Classic Series? The Radical Series will be crowned next week at South Dakota, so stay tuned. Next week, it'll be the Classic finale. It'll be one race. This week, we have 3 races for you guys, 2 Classic races, and 1 Radical race. If you are new to us, I'll run you down how we run events here. Starting off with official qualifying, that comes up at 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. And that'll give us 15 minutes to watch the fastest drivers from all around the world put in their best lap times to see who can put it on pole position for the race. For the Classic Series, Race 1 and Race 2 are both 2 15-lap races. Race 2's finishing starting positions will be the finishing positions of Race 1 flipped around. So the man who wins Race 1 will start at the back of the grid for Race 2. The man who finishes last in Race 1 will start first in Race 2. Both races have 50 points up for grabs, as this is a double points weekend for the Classic Series. Up next, the Radical Caribbean Cup. 1 race, 35 laps, 15-minute practice, qualifying. And we have an amazing race coming up. If you haven't seen last week's race, do check it out. It was Martin Webster against Tavar Clark in the Radicals. It was an amazing battle to the end 2 weeks ago. We have the race up on our official YouTube channel. Go ahead and check that out after the stream, because you are not going to want to miss out the events we have here. Bushy Park Circuit in Barbados, a Grade 3 FIA track. As we see around here, probably the best venue that we have here out of all the other tracks that we have raced so far in this championship. Bushy Park playing host to Race of Champions a couple years ago, as well as Top Gear's takeover for Barbados. So this track has a lot of history to it. We are currently racing the bleacher layout. I want to also give a massive shout out to Red Gear and Caribbean. I think we just cut out there for a moment there. Apologies for that. But I want to give a quick shout out to Red Gear and Caribbean Sim Motorsport for allowing us to use their beautiful rendition of Bushy Park Circuit. So massive shout out to them, Caribbean Sim Motorsport, a fellow community in the Caribbean who hosts a whole bunch of races. Go check them out. Give them a quick Google search. They have their official website, Caribbean Sim Motorsport. Go check them out. Show them some love. Join up their Discord as well. They have some awesome races over there. I know we have a couple of our guys, such as like Oswin Wilson, who races on that side too, so you can come meet with them. I believe they run a lot of ACC as well. So if that's up your alley, do check them out. Caribbean Sim Motorsport. And as well as Red Gear, who developed this track, who were one of the main developers for this beautiful track here. So big shout out to them. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to use this track in our inaugural championship here. And if you want to get on the action yourself here at Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, in the description down below, we have our official Discord. That is the place that you want to be in. Join that up. You'll get all news regarding when races happen, and we will get you all hooked up from there. We got 8 drivers on the server now. Actually, we have 11, actually. Only 8 on the leaderboard right now. 5 minutes left to go in warm-up here. Check out some of the other drivers. So it's Dylan Morant, currently fastest right now. It's a 1:10.0, followed by Martin Toth with a 1:10.8. Times are going to be quicker. Stay tuned for that. The Fords, however, finding a lot of pace. Mike Van Dorn taking the fastest lap points for a 1:10.4, and Dylan Morant tuning up the band with a 1:10.0. So it'll be very interesting to see what these guys can do out here, especially in qualifying. Keep an eye out for this man, Mike Van Dorn. That's currently puts in a time of a 1:10.5, 5/10 off of Dylan Morant, who's absolutely blitzed it. He's looking for his first championship in Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. As you know, Dylan Morant, a very quick driver. Lost out the championship in the 90s Touring Car Series against Oswin Wilson. It was the Hockenheim finale where nightmare struck. Dylan Morant lost it at lap 1, and that was it. Those are your 2 championship contenders, and we're just going to show you the difference between both cars. Dylan Morant has the straight line advantage. Mike Van Dorn has the cornering advantage. The Ford is an absolute powerhouse on the straights, and I believe that the Fords are really going to dominate this race. But don't count out the ifs. Check this part out on the track. This little right and left chicane is where the imps will just leave the competition behind. They're the best in the corners, and Dylan's just going to have to work the corners all around the track up to the start-finish line, which is right here. Looks like Mike has a solid lead here. Both drivers on a lap now. Actually, I believe Dylan is on his out lap, so let's go on board with Mike Van Dorn, who is on an official lap. So you can see how much turn, how much lock he's really putting that into the thing. Driving that thing like a go-kart almost. 3/10 already up on Dylan Morant already. Dylan Morant's fastest time of a 1:10.0. He's got Martin Webster for company just ahead of him. We're going to see what he does in the second sector. Powering that Hillman Imp. And you just have Dylan Morant in the background. Really close, but look at that. 6/10. He just loses on 2 straights right there. Can he pick up the pace in these last couple of corners? Qualifying is going to be very interesting, but the race is going to be a whole recipe for greatness. Mike Van Doren crosses the line now, and that's going to be a time of a 1:10.7. Let's go on board with Dylan Morant, who's currently on a lap and might get compromised with the two Hillmans ahead of him. However, they are quick in the corner, so they should get away clean now. Ooh. Martin Webster also on a flying lap. Both drivers don't need to yield for each other. It is optional. But looks like Martin is going to let go. Nope, looks like Mike is letting go. Or is it Dylan Morant who's just closing in on both cars just like that? This is a little taste at what we can get for the race coming up next. But look at the power of the Ford! Flies by both Hillman imps like it was nothing. The Hillmans are really gonna have a hard time now watching Mike now. Let's see what he can do. But looks like the Ford just runs away. Look at that thing go. It's a big difference here. And check out Danny Nasir, who's behind all of these guys right now. A lovely taste of what we should be getting later in the stream here as we see Mike overtaking Dylan. Wouldn't that be insane if that was a drag race to the line for the championship? It's really going to be winner takes all between Mike and Dylan, and I will do my best to update the points as we go through this event here this evening. Ooh, so we see a little bit of argy-bargy coming up to the end of this warm-up here. Mike's going to have a lot of work cut out for him if he wants to put this car on pole position here today. Looking like a front row start for the Dutchman. And hey, never say never in motorsports. Just going to do a quick audio check in the stream. Apologize for the echo. A lot of work cut out for him if he wants to put this car on pole position here today. Audio looks good. Let me know in the chat if the audio is perfect. Yes, this is still practice. However, practice is about to end right now. We're going to get in qualifying in just a moment. Let's also join up the official Discord here. The guys' last thoughts.
Has Rahul even spoke yet?
No, he's on the stream
now.
Oh. Hello, speak of the devil.
Devil is here.
Welcome.
Curtis has made it. Yes.
Oh, he's here, yeah.
Curtis has made it.
And now let's just see if he can do some sort of pace.
Yep.
No, the answer is no. I'm here for fun, not for competitive.
The answer is just a Bugs Bunny, just no.
I am questioning the BOP.
Yeah, there's been some more BOP shenanigans, we think, but might as well just get this done with.
50 is a bit optimistic in my opinion, but
if the pace difference was 0.2, I'd say that's fine, probably.
Probably.
Those are the
Come
guys
on, 109. Come on, 109. Dang it. 110.1. I'm sad.
yeah, I cannot keep
Same, bro.
anymore.
I'm
hard.
bad, same, bro.
Time to mess up qualifying.
Yeah, welcome to one of my nicknames called a Bottle Job Bradbury. Just gonna bin it.
Yeah.
In 2 seconds.
That's about.
That's like if you just do a normal lap, I have no chance of getting pole.
My whole plan is to get pole and get out of there before the turn one mess happens.
I mean, you're gonna get out of there no matter
I think
what.
you guys are right. I think the BOP might be a little bit off here.
I mean, it went from 100 in practice to 50.
We all need changes. All right.
Let me
We're
just double
fine
check.
as is.
No, let me just double check it on our side just to make sure that the BOP is correct.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it changed because I randomly gained.
Yeah, because I did notice
yeah.
Mike was not logged into our server as well, so that was a little bit odd on our side. So I'll give it a double check.
It was 100 for practice and it's 50 for the race server.
It should be 80. Let me just double check on our side though.
80. I don't
It says 50.
All right, here I'll do a quick server restart, and I'll just put like a minute on the practice board.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Now I can shout at Curtis to join the VC if he isn't here.
He's in
So
here.
that should
do
make it.
everyone just leave the server for a second. But yeah, that is very.
Yeah,
I
now
did
it's
notice
gonna
some
be
issues with
close,
the server
close.
earlier.
Yeah, because I randomly gained a whole second of pace on my lap.
Yeah, just by 50 BOP lower.
Because obviously we had the little issue earlier in the week, so I'm not surprised if the server.
Is it up again now?
No, not yet.
No, people are still leaving.
I mean,
So we will
the
get
BOP
qualifying
in the
up
escort has
in
changed about
just a
3 or
moment
4
here.
times.
Yeah. No, I experienced every one of them.
Oh, it's doing the. Wait, never mind.
Not yet. We'll let you know when you guys can join the server.
Yeah. No, because like it was every car was 0, then it went to 300, then 200, then 100, and now 8, and then 50, and now it's 80.
When I think it was Monday night, when the car just got significantly slower, I was like, what's wrong with me? Why am I so slow right now?
Yeah, I think me saying that it's way slower probably was a relief.
Alright, same make cars,
Yeah.
same make, same car. That might help us in the future.
Well, I mean, I like this series. It was original and pretty
It
fun.
was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It's not
Whether
over yet.
it stays fun after this race, I guess we'll find out with the results. But
Yeah,
it's been
it's-
fun so far.
you say.
Will I want to chuck
All right,
my
it's
wheel
good now, you
stand
guys
that
can
I'm
join.
not using across
Yeah.
my room? That's the good question for today's race.
Again.
Is will I want to chuck my wheel stand across my room?
Yeah, we're
I don't
ready
think
to
I
go. You
could.
guys can join them back.
Someone's phone just went off.
Yeah.
Might have been mine.
Live streaming and has phone on still.
Oh yeah, now it's good.
Can't wait to run it. Can't wait to run a 112.
All right, you guys can
it's
probably
gonna
just stay in the pits and
be-
just let the server go through.
Yeah, I don't know. Not gonna run any laps.
I'm just gonna load the set quickly.
Yeah, I loaded my setup. No, wait, let me
Load
actually lower the
set,
fuel
remove
for
fuel.
quality. Yeah.
Don't forget about your pit strategies.
What?
This is a 15-minute sprint race. Screw your strategies.
What do you mean strategy?
Is everyone in? Are we all good? No, we're just waiting for Klaus.
I can go 22 laps on a full tank of fuel.
That's you might run out. You might want to go check that in the pits.
If that was the radical saying 22 laps of fuel only, I'll be
Oh, you want to send me
concerned.
the link?
Sorry, what was that?
Can you send me the link?
For what, the stream? Oh, yeah. I'll send it to you.
I'm not able to use the Slash account because it's been so inactive. Google said, you know what? What's the point?
All right, get
So
ready.
for-
I'll be starting up qualifying in a couple of seconds now.
So is Isaac racing or not?
No idea.
No idea.
Got gigged. I guess.
I saw like 4 different things that he was racing and he wasn't.
Yeah. And also, his way of leaving Slash was comedic as anything. He just said bye.
Who?
Isaac literally said bye when he left Slash. Said he wasn't racing Slash.
Yeah, Isaac's Wi-Fi's not working. So.
Okay.
All right,
Alright,
qualifying
goodbye,
underway.
guys.
Good luck. Let's try to keep comms clear as we can. 6 points for pole position.
Everyone rushing out.
Here we
Hey Cole, do you mind if I get in front of you for qualifying?
All right, so
You'll probably pass me before the
technical
start of the fight
difficulties
anyway.
out the way. And we got qualifying to watch now. Martin, if you can just restart your content manager. If it's giving you trouble, again, kicking you. Qualifying is underway for the final time in the Classic Series here. Cole is leading the pack, followed by Dylan Morant. Let me tell you guys, this is going to be a good one. See you in the chats, waiting out for the radicals. cool with us. Martin Todd looks to be joining in the server. Yeah, Martin, you look to be good now. All right, so although the pit lane will take you through to the start finish a little bit earlier.
Watch the exit cost.
It will not put you on an official lap. You must go around the entire track passing the pit lane once. But there you see in the background all the cars getting ready, giving each other some space. All right, let the times begin. We are now on board with Cole Bradbury. Let's take this lap away. Here we go. Here comes the start-finish straight. That arch to begin our lap time now. Coming up to turn 1 here in the Hillman and braking just after the 50-meter board sign, carrying the speed throughout. And now passing by the 50-meter board side, just giving it a little lift throughout this chicane now, and now onto the pit straight, where this is where the radicals will be starting. And that's where the start-finish line will be. Now, this tricky part of the circuit. Now, it's a very late apex to clock in. You also don't want to be anywhere near those curbs. Touching those curbs will give your car a fun spin. A short straight here now, coming up to this awkward kind of banked hairpin here, where you just want to dip the car in and allow the weight to transfer through the car. Straightening out now through this right and left. Can we keep it flat now? No, we're gonna have to do a little bit of a lift. Now the hairpin here. Carry the speed throughout the final corner. And he's gonna come across the line in just a second. And that time is going to put him on provisional pole. It's a 1:11.4. Mike goes faster with a 1:10.8. Dylan Morant does a 1:11.1. Looks like Martin Todd jumps out with a 1:11.4. We're not seeing the times yet on the broadcast here. Let's go on board with Dylan Morant, who's just 4/10 off time. Straightening up his car here now. Lance is here, just teleporting back into the pits, trying to find some more space, I assume, on track. So we will do our best to try to update the points as they go. And Dylan Morant, 3/10 faster in the middle sector. Can he finish this lap clean? One corner go, a little bit of oversteer. Putting them the throttle a little too early, maybe. It might lose him some time on exit, but he's gonna come across the line now to 1:10.8, which puts him on provisional pole. It's an 8:05 versus an 8:07. Mike and Dylan are going at it. Oh boy, I am ready to see who can take pole position here. Spoiler alert, if you hadn't seen the qualifying for the Mexican Grand Prix for Formula One a little bit earlier, just before we started the stream, hey, that qualifying was close, but can we get a little closer here? Mike goes 5/10 quicker in the first sector, but remember, the second sector is dominated by the Fords. We're gonna see now what Mike can do. This is the true battle for the championship. You're not gonna find anything better than this here at Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Coming around to start to complete Sector 2. It's 3/10 of just over Dylan Morant's time. Why is the start-finish line in the middle of the track? Honestly, I can't really fully answer that question, but I can say the front straight that Mike is on is the original layout for Bushy Park. Let's just see what Mike can do on the timing sheets. It's a 1:10.5, and he puts it on provisional pole. So, on board with Mike, I want you guys to look very closely to give you the answer of this question here. Take a look at this. Right-hander, and if you look, there's actually an escape road if you continue taking that car to the right. That is the classic layout of Bushy Park Circuit. We do have that in the Assetto Corsa. Thank you to Red Gear. However, I think there is a little bit of issues for the online version of this track here. Of course, you guys are Assetto Corsa mod junkies, so you guys know what that means. If the track makes you go the wrong way, here is where it would take you. Exiting, there you see the track just opening out there, and then it would take you back on to the main layout. That is the classic layout run back in the early 80s, I believe, all the way up to 2013, where development was to expand the track, and that is what we have now. So the start-finish straight, although we don't have an official line, will be very, very... It kind of sucks that if there is a photo finish, we won't be able to see it, but yeah, we'll try our best to find where the line is exactly. We don't have an official line on the track, but we'll see what the guys can do. Dylan Morant, now let's go on board the driver in the Ford. Remember, it is 6 points for the man who puts it on pole position, and so far, Mike holds that. Dylan's gonna have to work very hard to climb back some tenths. It's 6 tenths though, he's losing out in the first sector, but remember, that is all IPS. Coming through to the second sector now. We don't have the drone camera here for today's race. We still have a bit of issues with it. Mike has a bit of yellow flags, as well as Lance is here. They're both going to take those cars into the pits. And Dylan Morant goes 4 tenths quicker in the second sector. Let's see if he can have a cleaner last 2 turns here than the last time we saw him. Looks way better. Keep it close to that curb. A little bit of lifting. And he's going to power into the line. What is this time going to be? It's a 1:10.8 for 5. He's not getting it down in the final sector. This is interesting. So that is Dylan Morant. Now he's still powering it on. Has a lot of fuel in for a couple of laps. Let's see what he does in the first sector as well while we're at it. 3 tenths.
Sorry, I guess the curb was magnetic.
That's alright, man.
Yeah, try watching out for those banked kind of curbs. They will make your car go in for a spin. Don't think any of these cars can handle it.
How many laps is the race?
15 laps, 15 laps.
Okie dokie. Reverse grid and pit?
No pits for this race. Only the radicals we do on that. So Dylan Morant, faster in the middle sector, as well as having a very nice first sector. Dylan Morant putting the puzzle pieces together. What can he do this lap? He really needs to keep the power through. Oh, it's way better. It's way better. It's going to come across the line now. Oh, it's a 1:10.6. He has improved, and he's getting close to that time of Mike. Mike's 1:10.533. It's going to really come down to the line here. 5 minutes to go in qualifying. Let's not forget the other drivers here. Martin Toth is also in their top 3, as well as Klaus. Klaus is just 3 tenths off of that time there of Martin Toth, who sits in a comfortable 3rd. 2 tenths behind Klaus is Cole Bradbury. Next up, we have Danny Nasir with a 1:13, the only driver who's not, the first driver who's not in the 1:11s in the Mazda. The Mazda just not looking as strong here. Around at Bushy Park. Yeah, we can hear you. You got 4 minutes if you want to jump in quickly now. There is George Hall, currently doing a 1:13.4. Curtis with a 1:13.7. Not much practice around here, as well as Martin Webster. And Lance Nasir sitting at the bottom of the table to 1:17. We do hear confirmation that we do see Tavar is getting his nutrition and getting ready to go for the Radical Caribbean Cup. Very excited to see you there, sir. Can't wait to see what you can do. Back with the competition here. Watching Mike Going very well, and look at that. 111.2 for Cole Bradbury pushes down Tavar Clark. Pushes down Klaus Klint. Man, I'm getting my names wrong here today. Gosh. Apologies for that. Reading the chat and watching the stream. We'll see Tavar very soon for the Radical Caribbean Cup. Ooh! Martin Toth. Spin on the pitch straight. Looks like he's going to take that car to the pits. Yes, he is. Martin Webster coming out. Final laps about to be put down for the top drivers.
Call. Oh, no. I didn't call. I better take a pee.
Got a little sideways there, Danny.
That's all right.
Let's just watch the mic. Think your mic is on. I think we just heard Danny Nasser apologizing to Dylan Morant. You see them both together. We did not see what exactly happened. Now rounding out the final corner. It looks like Mike is preparing himself for a flyer. We'll come back to him in just a moment. Dylan Morant is getting ready for a flyer as well. Let's check out Mike first. On board with the Hillman Imp. Checking out that steering input. Not smooth at all. Really just driving the thing like a go-kart, as I mentioned earlier. But Mike is going quicker in the first sector. Look at that. Klaus taking back that position from Cole Bradbury with a 111.1 against a 111.2. Let's see what Mike can do in the second sector. Isaac, the Swedish Iceman, has joined the server. He's not going to have any qualifying time. But we know Mike... Ooh, we know that Mike can go very fast through the chicane here. This long chicane. Isaac is very quick, so can't wait to see what he can do. But check this out. Mike is finding the pace that the Ford was barely able to scrape together, and we thought the Fords were good in the middle sector. Comes across the line to 110.5. That's a little improvement for him. And check this out. Dylan Moran is just not fast in the first sector. He needs to clean it up. He's going to have one more lap, as well as Mike. However, he's 1/10 faster, but he still has to clean up that first sector, though. He needs to find time in the third sector. It's all going to come down to the line here. Last turn for Dylan Morant. Can anything be done? What's a 1:10.8, and he's on his final lap. All the drivers, I assume, on their last laps. George Hall and Lindsay here calling it quits for qualifying early on. Looks like Danny Nasir is also going to follow suit as well. Can't improve anything from that 112.7. Martin Toth, P4 right now. 111.0. Klaus right now going 7/10 slower in the first sector. And Mike, check this one out. He's going to be the last driver to come across the line here. A 110.525. He's just missed out in the second sector. I think he has one more lap in him. Yes, he's just crossed the line. Dylan Morant, however, as well as the driver ahead of him, Martin Toth, are on their final laps here. Klaus Klint taking that car into the pits. But Dylan Morant finding himself 4/10 in the middle sector. On board now. He's got Martin Toth ahead of him. Is dirty air going to affect him? Oh, he has! He's gone deep! Oh, no! Dylan Morant going very deep. And that is not going to help him at all, but he's going to race to the line anyways. Oh, it's a 110.9. If he didn't go deep, what would have happened?
Good pull, Mike.
And Mike, now on his final lap, he doesn't have to improve, but I think he's still trying to see if he can finish that time. No, he's not. He's just going to lose it at the exact same place as Dylan Morant did.
My sweater off. Jesus, I'm sweating.
And what a qualifying that is.
Almost had an extra 10th there.
And that is your
I messed up at the
qualifying
end. I think I would have gotten close to 10.5, but I pushed too hard on the last corner.
Curtis crossing the line. That's going to be his qualifying complete. All right, the stage is set. Congratulations, Mike, Dylan, Klaus. Top 3.
You got some racing shirtless today?
Well, this is going to be interesting here.
What's that?
So we do have a race director. Also trying to see if we can calculate the points as the races go by. Also going to be looking into that as well. If we can give you guys all the points coming into this finale here. So we are just waiting now before we get into the official first race now. As the server converts over now. This is going to be a good one. So as the drivers wait now, they have 1 minute and 34 seconds to prepare themselves.
How many liters?
23 for the imp.
All right, Mike, you are now up to 95 points. Dylan is at 98.
Ooh, juicy.
All right, good luck, Mike. Should be a fun one.
I'm just going to sit in the grandstands again.
I'll just run you guys over the championship points right now. So, Dylan leads with 98 points. Mike is in second with now 95. Martin Toth, you are third with 60 points. Klaus, you are in fourth with 59. Cole is in fifth. Klaus was in fourth with 59. Cole's in fifth with 56. And that is your top 5. That is possible.
Oh, me and Klaus. The fight between me and Klaus is going to be spicy then.
All 5 of
If
you
you
guys
can
have
get on the space, that is.
all 5 of you guys have a chance to win the championship.
Who's in second again?
You are.
I mean in third, sorry.
Martin Toth
Martin
with
Toth.
60 points.
Oh, okay.
So that is the top 5 that is in contention for this championship mathematically.
Let's see how this lap 1 plays out then.
Let's keep it clean.
Yep, remember, no restarts. Remember, no mandatory pit stops at all. There is no pit stops. It's just a race to the finish. All right. Here we go.
Now he tabs away to the F1 music.
They might be right. All right, here we go. It is the final round, race 1 of 2 for the Classic Series. Get ready, because this is going to be a good one. They're qualifying as it stands. Mike, Dylan, Klaus, Martin, Cole, Martin Webster, Danny, George, Curtis, Isaac. and Lance is here. We don't have any drone shots to show you guys how beautiful Bushy Park is. I want to give one more shout out to Caribbean Sim Motorsport and Red Gear for allowing us to use this track. Here we go. It is time.
Dylan, good luck, Klaus, as well.
You hear the good lucks. We don't have the best camera to watch the start of this one. It's going to be a little bit awkward here, but we'll see what we can do. Mike is on pole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slides in. We go racing! Mike, great start from him, but Dylan Morania, Klaus, and Martin Toth walk past him. Oh, but a little bit of archy-bargy for him. Coming up into the first turn, and looks like, oh, huge crash into the background there.
Seriously.
Terrible accident there. Mike Van Dorn gets past Martin Toth there. And the race is underway now. Look at them go. Here they come now. There you see in the background. Martin Toth also getting the move done there. No, he can't. Around the outside. Can Mike make the move? Ooh, it's going to be close. But, oh, Martin Toth is going to take that position back. Look at the background here. It is Martin Webster versus Isaac Nielsen. But in the back, look at this. George Hall can get 2 and 1. And no, he can't. He's going to want to back out of this one. Lots of moves are being made, but chaos ensued in the background. But the top drivers are left alone to run with this one. Mike Van Dorn has a lot of work cut out for him. He first needs to get past Martin Toth. He tries it around the outside. He gets it around the outside. Can he do it? Oh, it's contact. Swipes the car a little bit too early. But, oh, Martin Toth is going to get past him. Nightmare for the Dutchman. Looking back in the field now, it's Isaac. Looking to try to make a move on the others, and Klaus Klint needs to climb back into this one. Here comes Mike. Very, very skeptical on the steering inputs there. He needs to get away from Toth, but Toth is back at him. Check this out. What racing. Mike sends it down the inside. Lick the stamp and send it. Now, how quick can he get away? Because he's getting held up by Martin Toth, and Martin is just gonna run past him. What is this? Oh my goodness. Mike can't catch a break. Mike Van Dorn is really, really struggling out here to get past the Ford. Looking back in the field now, here comes Klaus. Isaac holding very well to stay ahead. Martin Webster is now pulling away. This is going to be very interesting now. Dylan Morant is looking very pretty right now in the lead there. Mike now, I think he has to go to option B now. I think he's just got to worry about second right now because first place is crawling away. It's only 15 laps. And look at this. Cole Bradbury has spun it. One of the championship contenders, currently in P5. Not good for him there. The Englishman is now in last, but he's on provisional pole if he can keep it the way it is right now. Dylan Morant, however, is having the race of his life now. And Mike, oh, he's struggling. Klaus now, oh, it's contact! Bumps out Martin Webster. And Isaac, can he take advantage of the accident ahead of him? No, he can't. Klaus, however, on an awkward line, is gonna go wide. Isaac, the Swedish Iceman, can he pull the switchback of dreams? Has he? Klaus goes deep. Dylan Morant goes fast and Isaac takes the position. But for how long? Here comes Klaus. Klaus rounding out the inside, and wow, what racing this is. Isaac gets bumped onto the outside there, but they're still fighting hard, tooth and nail. Klaus now, can he make a move onto the inside? Backs out. Here comes Martin Webster. Oh, so close this battle has been. Back up the field now. It is Mike against Martin Toth once again. And there you see the Ford go. Mike is going to want to strategize how he can get past Martin Toth. Because whatever he's doing is not working, and he's getting... Oh, the tires might be going away from him early on in this one. The move being made. Klaus getting past Isaac. But for how long? Here comes Klaus back ahead of him. This is the racing we love to see here. Dylan Moran extends that lead to 1:10.6 from him. Isaac, side by side now in the last corner, gets the move done. Can Klaus push back? Yes, he can. Klaus back up to 4th. They are really trying to make me lose my voice out here at Bushy Park. What a race this has been so far. It's lap 5 of 15. Mike now hustling Martin Toth. He knows he's the quicker driver. He was quicker in qualifying, but the Ford is giving him a hard time. No matter what he does, Mike can't get to the power down. Isaac, trouble! Trouble for Isaac! He runs down the order. What's their contact between himself and Klaus? Trouble for the Swedish Iceman. That is not good for him. And looks like Martin Webster is going to now be promoted, as well as Klaus and the rest of the field down below, as Klaus just loses the back end slightly there. And check this out, Martin Toth is now having to defend from Mike once again, but there he goes onto the straight. An interesting race this is here at Bushy Park. I predicted it a long time ago. Oh wait, before we can say anything, Martin Webster goes wide off the track onto the second to last corner. Here comes George Hall. George now powering down onto the front straight. I am interrupting myself because there's just action everywhere you look. Check this out. Was there an incident between Martin Toth? Mike said he was there. Is there damage? Martin is going a bit slowly. It looks like he's fine. Maybe a little bit shaken up. Maybe they went side by side, bumped a little bit. But action everywhere you look. George Hall closing the gap now, and it's now Mike Van Doren finally free. Lap 6 of 15. He's got 10 to go if he wants to catch up. 10 seconds. This is going to be a very, very difficult one if Van Doren wants to get ahead. Checking out the battle behind him now, it is George Hall against Martin Webster. Martin Webster checking out his livery there. It's a livery dedicated to his mother. You see the picture of her on the side, repping Team X-Play as well. This is the car that he grew up with when he was just a child. He is now running that imp in a very good 5th. And he has George Hall soon for company. Back up the field now, 8.2 for Mike in the gap right now. Checking out the leader here, Dylan Moretti. Oh, he is running his race as smooth as possible. This is what he wants for the championship. He's going to have the upper hand in race 1 here so far, but hey, it's not over yet. Martin Toth is closing that gap up. Checking back at the field now, George Hall struggling a little bit to try to catch up to Martin Webster, and it is allowing Isaac Nielsen to catch up. Danny Nasir putting the pressure now on Curtis, who gives him a little bit of a squeeze onto the outside. Very legal. And good racing from both drivers. Danny Nasir losing the car. The tires might be going away from him. The tires do run a little bit quick out from him. And now he is in the slush sandwich. Look at that. Cole is going to blast right by him. They're side by side on the line. Still side by side. There you see Cole Bradbury go. Danny Nasir is losing the tires early out. We saw a big incident early on. Man, this is really setting up for how the reverse grid could look out. This is going to be an insane race 2 coming up very soon. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. It is not over yet. It is the Grand Prix of Barbados. It is race 1 of 2. 50 points for the winner. It's all up for grabs. I think 36 for P2 as well. And Dylan's gonna have a lot.
Lance blue flags.
Mike's gonna have a lot of work. Catch up. Ooh, Lance Nasir.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. I think you're gonna slow down like that.
Lance Nasir stopping on the apex. Of course, not his fault. Lance Nasir driving his own race, trying to get out the way, but looks like Dylan just caught him a little bit too early there. Both drivers come out scot-free. And Mike is going to take away 3 seconds from that. Here comes Mike onto Lance Nasir. Is there going to be issues with them? Ooh, he runs around the outside. I will say that was a bit more risky. But Mikey is on a mission. Klaus looking at a lonely P4. Martin Todd, the first driver to have clean away from Lance Nasir. Mike is going to be settling for that P2. As we see here, and it looks like for this championship to really turn on its head, Dylan is going to be needing to finish, I believe, 1 place below Mike, even if he wins. I think that should give him the championship. Reading the chat right now, Lance should not be on the racing line there. Blue flags. Let's just go through that incident there. Lance Nasir really just had nowhere to go on that apex there. It is a tight part of the track. That chicane back there. They need to start bringing out the yellow flags. But Lance Nasir really on that corner against Dylan Morant. Really had nowhere to go, so I can't really blame Lance Nasir too much. As well as the exit for... the exit when he was trying to let go of Mike Van Dorn. As a racing driver, when you are a lapped car, you need to be predictable for the driver behind. So Lance Nasir did the most predictable thing that he could, and that is staying on his line. That's the most predictable thing you could do. If you're swerving left and right, the driver behind doesn't know. Although it is the driver behind's responsibility to make the clean overtake, it is also the responsibility of the blue flag car to make it as simple as possible for the driver behind to overtake. This is a little bit tricky when you're talking about blue flags, but it's all about being predictable. Lance did his best to be predictable. If he darted to the inside and Mike darted to the inside, that would have been trouble. I think what Lance did was probably the best thing he could have done. I believe Mike could have probably been a little bit patient, probably get onto the outside, but I think he also knows that not only he's fighting for a championship, he knows that if he's not behind, if he's not ahead of a Ford, that Ford's going to run away and he might catch him at a more awkward time. 6.9 seconds separate himself and the leader here, Dylan Morant. And the race has gone a little bit quiet. Ooh, as I say that, tune up the band. Mike has, that's a 1:10.4 for him. Side by side, Cole and George Hall go. The Englishman here at Bushy Park. It is Ford against Hillman. I just heard blue flags for one of the drivers. Not too sure who that was. I think somebody said blue flag for Dylan. Dylan's nowhere to be seen with anyone. Check this out. Isaac. Oh, it's Martin. It's Martin Webster calling out blue flags. Ooh, the overtake. Cole staying ahead of George Hall now. And it looks like Lance Nasir has allowed both imps to go. Ooh, Isaac not paying attention onto the road. Isaac very clumsy there, hitting the wall. What is going on? Isaac probably looking at his rear mirrors to see where his fellow competition is. I might have messed him up just a little bit. 6.9 the gap between Morant and Dorn. Toth is 5 seconds behind Lance Desir. Yellow flags for him. And George Hall losing the back end. Did they make contact? I'm not so sure. The drivers now coming up to some more competition. This is the closest battle we have on track here as well. Actually, no, Martin Webster does not have Isaac anymore because Isaac is back here. Isaac is a very fun driver to watch, dancing around any track that he's put on. Him and the Hillmen are just fun to watch. So now, drivers have about 3 to go. Cole hugging the inside. Darting to the outside now. Legal for him. I see a sneaky Jaden Harrison into the pits. Probably going to join us for the reverse grid. There you see Martin Webster in the foreground. Isaac and Cole, both imps. Exact same power. It's just how you operate the machine. But Isaac, ooh, a slide for Cole. Cole Bradbury taking a little bit of oversteer into the final corner there, and that's going to allow Isaac to potentially put a move on the slush driver as Isaac is in the dirty air of him. Lance is here, yellow flags for him.
Lance,
that is Dylan Morant, actually.
Woo, thank you.
That was a bit of a close one. 5.3 now the gap. Here comes Mike. Ooh. But looks clean for them. Back to this battle here, and looks like Isaac
Thank you.
just losing a little bit of time to Cole. But check this out. Both of them are closing up to Martin Webster, but I don't think it'll be quick enough because there is your leader on the final lap. Mike has been given every opportunity, every blue flag ahead of him. He's gotten himself down to 4 seconds, but I don't think anything can be done now. Mike has closed the gap up, but it's not going to be enough time. He sees a slow Mazda of Danny Nasir. The Fanta is on Cole's car. That is correct. There is your race leader, and he'll be taking 50 solid points coming into the final race. It's going to be tough for Mike, but Mike is now in a must-win scenario. Around the final corner, however, in the best position the championship leader has, Dylan Morant in the Ford is going to take home race 1. Mike is going to take race 1 in P2. Martin Toth in P3. This is your top 3 in the championship as well. Is going to take home P3 as well. Here comes Klaus rounding out the final corner, and he's going to finish in P4. Martin Webster looking very solid and a respectable P5 for him. Not much practice he's been doing in the server, so he's going to be very happy to be in the middle of the pack to finish this one, and he's going to be starting in the middle of the pack for the reverse grid. Cole has held off Isaac Nielsen, who made a costly mistake, who could have had himself into P5. He's going to start in P7. Sorry, he's going to finish in P7, but he's going to have a good position for the reverse grid. Here we go, side by side, actually, to the line, and look at that. I think Curtis has just nipped out Cole Bradbury. Cole is going to come across the line. Who won that one? Oh, sorry, that was George, not Cole. Checking the time.
Sorry about hitting you there, Lance. I wasn't trying to. I just didn't expect you to hit the brakes where you did.
Yeah, GG, Dylan.
Thanks. I saw once you got stuck behind, once you started racing Martin, I kind of just pulled away.
Yeah, that's all I could do, really.
But that is your race for you.
Good job on the win, Dylan.
If I had longer, I probably would have caught up with Martin
Just gonna
slowly.
check out
Now
the
it's
time
now
here.
it's not mess with the second race.
And me willing and wanting to fast some protests.
Sorry
my
about
apologies. I think I
the
too close to the
contact,
start. I
Martin.
hit the brake and the car didn't stop. I don't know what happened. That's why I kept that.
Yeah, I'm gonna check replays after radicals. I'm gonna check replays after radicals.
All I saw turn one was Klaus blow by me in my rearview mirror. When I saw him come up faster than everyone else, I turned fat like so quickly.
All I got was a hit in the rear end, and I was completely into the wall.
The start happened. I drove by Mike because for obvious reasons with the cars, and then I just got out of there. I was not slowing down.
I had fucking 3 escorts fly past my head.
Yeah, I saw in the mirror.
All right.
I saw just the chaos.
Congratulations, your top 3 there. Let's start off with the interviews here. Martin Todd, do we have you on the mic? Don't think we have Martin Todd on mic, but he has said in chat the racing was good. I did a few mistakes, but good fight, especially with Mike. Congratulations to you in P3 there. In P2, Mike, that was a very interesting race from you. You did have a good battle with Martin at the start of that one. Take us through that.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much I could do at the start. Of course, those escorts just pull on me. It's insane. But yeah, battle was fun. Very difficult to get past those escorts. It's definitely not easy. And some contacts which didn't really like for that to happen, but sadly it did. So sorry about that, Martin. I didn't expect you to turn on my nose like that, but it is what it is in the end of the day. Yeah, basically after I got stuck in that battle, it was basically Dylan's race to lose. So I think going into the second race as well, I'm gonna have a very small chance of winning. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Congratulations, man. Good luck in this next race here. And your winner, Dylan Morant. You got what you needed there. It's a race win for you. 50 points ahead. Sorry, not 50 points ahead, but 50 points for that race win. How was that one for you?
It's a very interesting race. I saw in turn one, I got a good start, and I looked at my mirror and saw a whole bunch of chaos, so I just got there as quickly as I could. And I'd say for about the majority of the race, Mike was fighting with Martin for position, so I took advantage of it and just started running consistent laps and was just focused on keeping the car on the track.
Nice there. That was a good run from you. This is it. I believe unofficially the points look to be Dylan, you're at 148 and Mike is at 131. That's unofficial right now. Of course, we have to calculate the points after, but this is just what we are looking at right now on our screens here. So yeah, it's all down to the line here. Reverse grid now. Good luck, guys. So here we go. Reverse grid coming up. And it's Lance Nasir on pole, followed by Danny Nasir, Curtis Gregory, George Hall, Isaac Nielsen, Cole Bradbury, Martin Webster, Klaus Klint, Martin Todd, Mike Van Dorn, and Dylan Morant.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, good luck. Cool. Can we all try not to
Yeah.
die this time?
I'm gonna have to fucking drive the race of my life here.
Let's watch the language of the stream.
Oh, yeah, sorry about
No
that.
worries, no worries.
I'm in the grandstands waiting to wave the white flag for whoever the hell survives.
I'm gonna have to drive the race of my life here. No way.
Oh,
I'd
just
see you
wanted to
finish.
mention one other thing. There was a photo finish to the line. George Hall and Curtis were banging doors at the line, and George had just, barely snatched that.
How you guys caught that? I was wondering about that.
Requesting you place a screenshot of that afterwards.
Oh, yeah,
In
sure.
the Discord.
What is it with you and banging endorse people every race, Curtis?
No comment.
Okay, guys, we're taking this too far now.
Yeah, hey, I'm sorry about hitting you there, Lance. I didn't expect you to hit the brakes when you did, so I apologize.
I don't see him on the grid. Is he? Is he on the grid?
Lance?
Yeah. I don't see him.
He left.
Yeah, he isn't.
All right. Here we go. This is it.
Good luck, guys. And may the person who doesn't hit a curb win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some insane driving here if I want to win.
All right, good luck, guys.
I believe in you, Mike.
Here we go.
Good, because I don't.
We don't have a good camera to watch this one. But Danny Nasir starts us off on pole. Here we go, the final race of the Classic Series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. And for the final time for the Classic Series, we go racing! Cole with a great start. Sorry, Curtis with a great start. Cole as well, just behind him. And look at the drivers go. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Can they keep it clean around turn 1? Oh, it doesn't look clean at all. It's at the championship contenders as well. I see both Valhalla drivers in the back there. Dylan Morant into P10. Chaos has ensued. Martin Webster in there as well as Klaus Klint.
It always happens on the
Martin top leads it for Danny Nasir, Cole, Mike, Isaac, Jaden, George, Dylan, and Curtis. This is not the start that he needs right now, but they get underway. Oh man, it was very, very tight coming in to the braking zone there. There are the drivers in the back. Look at this. Mike has the opportunity of a lifetime. He needs to book this vacation straight to first. And there he goes. He passes not one, but 2 Hillman Imps of Isaac and Cole Bradbury. Dylan is going to have a lot of work to catch up now. And this race has been flipped on its head. Oh my goodness, here comes Isaac. Isaac and Cole are not going to make it easy for Mike. And Danny Nasir in P2, he's going to want to defend with that Mazda. He knows this is an opportunity to stay ahead. Where is Morant? He's in P6, so he has got past some of the competition. And he sees his championship rival ahead. Oh my goodness. This one has been flipped on its head, ladies and gentlemen. Moves are being made in the background. Jaden Harrison coming in for race number 2. Getting past Gregory there, and look at Klaus! Oh my goodness, the Ford shouting it one final time in this championship. The front not gripping for Jaden's Imp there. Taking a look at, Dylan Morant. Oh, he is struggling a little bit up there. Where is Mike? Yes, continue racing as long as there was no contact.
That was my normal braking point.
Yeah, just keep comms clear. We'll take a look at everything after the race. So Danny Nasir calling out a dive bomb. Mike goes around the outside. He goes off track. Oh my! That's a very risky one. And there goes Cola to the inside. Oh, Mike has the outside now. Hang to dry. He has the inside now. Is it 3 wide at the line? Almost. There you see Dylan Morant in the background. Mike needs to get past Danny, and he needs to get to Martin Todd as soon as possible.
Sorry.
Oh no! Danny Nasir has been taken out.
You tap me out to the way. That's how you drive.
It'll be looked at after the race. It'll be looked at after the race.
Makes no difference. I'm on the back now.
Calm down.
Mike causing incidents with Danny Nasir, and check this out. Here comes Dylan Morant. This is what he needs. Deep onto the brakes. Here comes both Imps around the outside. Mike needs to get away. He puts Isaac in between him. Can Dylan Morant also follow suit? No, he can't. Danny Nasir, even more trouble for him. Martin Webster, there he goes around the outside there. Here comes Dylan. The incident that Mike took out Danny. Oh, it's cost him big time. And now the championship rivals are together now on track. Mike with the upper hand now, ahead, and Isaac is going to give him some trouble big time now. But there you see Dylan running away from this one. Klaus is coming up as well. But there's your leader, Martin Toth, who's stretching his legs. Cole into P2. Ooh, a lot of lockup coming from Martin Toth. Here comes Dylan. Man, who is going to take this one home? Klaus side by side with Isaac now. Take a look through the fast rights and lefts. How close can he get to Klaus? Isaac now on the outside. Can he pull the switch back? Full lock on the wheel. Has he got the move done? Looks like it. But how quick can Klaus climb up back? Oh, it's very quick. 1:11.2 for Mike. And he's still under pressure from championship rival Dylan Morant. This is not where Mike needs. Mike is in a must-win scenario if he wants to get this championship. If he wants to bring it home. Oh, but look at Dylan! Takes it on the outside, but here comes Mike! Mike is giving him a fight! This is your championship contenders right here! But here comes Dylan! Onto the outside. Makes work of Mike there. Morant now up into third, but for how long? Because here comes Mike. Mike not able to keep up. Or can he? Or can he? Or can he?
Yeah.
Onto the inside. Takes the move, I see. Jaden into the pits. Retiring out of this one, not too sure. Mike, as much squeeze as he can do, he can't keep the Ford behind. And taking out Danny Nasir has really put a number on him. On the inside is Dylan, not the best of lines. They're side by side once again. Dylan pulls ahead. Mike needs to pull a dive bomb. He rounds it out on the outside. Can he get it done? He does get it done. More action in the background as Klaus also gets the move done. And he's also going to give trouble to the two drivers fighting ahead of him. Mike now onto the inside. Gets that move done. I think Klaus is going to want to play a big role in this championship battle now. In the same Valhalla machinery. He might help Dylan Morant in this one. Oh, but here comes Mike down into the inside. Takes the move back. But Dylan just stretches the Ford ahead. This is all what it came down to. Weeks ago, we had given the guys the opportunity to choose any car they want. It was South Dakota where the imp was too powerful there. A short track for the cars to just be so quick. But some of the drivers who took the time to practice on the other tracks, maybe the imps did, and they just decided to stay with the imp regardless. Dylan Morant being one of them who practiced on other tracks with fast straights. Decided to take a gamble with the Ford. Hasn't paid off. They're still side by side. And we're going to find out at the end of this one to see who's going to take the championship. It's still all to play for. Dylan on the outside. Can Mike dive it on the inside? Yes, he can. Lap 7 of 15. Moves being made. Oh, and Klaus hard into the wall. It's going to take him out of this championship picture if it even means helping his teammate. Morant now onto the outside there. Getting the move done on the straight, but Mike now giving him a battle he will never forget. Ooh, but Dylan goes very deep into the chicanes. Here comes Mike. Can he pull the switch back? He's stuck on the outside. Martin Toth fastest lap of this one. It's a 1:11.178. Mike gets the move done. But for how long can he hold it? Oh, not as long. There he goes. Dylan Morant. And it is just cat and mouse in this one. Mike goes deep. Mike goes very deep. Can he keep the speed? Can he keep the speed? Yes, he does. Just barely. Mike gets a cut track for it. No contact is being made from the two. Great driving. Oh, man, it is really turning out to be a fun one out here at Bushy Park. Dylan, very smart to try to cover the inside, but it hasn't worked for him. He can afford a mistake onto a corner like that because he knows he has the speed to keep it on the straights. There he goes. Mike needs a costly mistake from Dylan Morant. He needs him to go off track. He needs him to lose positions. This fight is not helping Mike at all. Here comes Mike once again. Onto the inside. Oh, it's going to be close. Contact is made.
Sorry.
Side by side, door to door action.
Got a bit loose.
A little bit loose indeed. We did see it on board. They can stay racing. Ooh, very close now to Dylan. Can he dive it on the inside? No, he cannot. Both drivers are very much focused. Round the outside, there goes Mike. Oh, he's gonna have to take a cut track. He takes a cut track. That's his third of 5. 2 more, 3 more cut tracks. And that's gonna be danger for him. Isaac Nielsen, where has this man come from? Isaac has entered the fray. It is 2 helmets against the Ford. The Swedish Iceman comes out of nowhere, and all this battling has really slowed down the pair of Dylan and Mike. And Mike now has company behind him. Dylan stretches ahead. But Mike is not a quitter. Mike won't quit out of this one. He refuses. He's only raced in 1 race and is already in title contention. Dylan Morant racing all 4 races, not the best of results for some. I'll read the chat here. Klaus is on his way as well. This is going to be a grandstand finish. Coming to the end of this one, the battle for P3. 1 mistake from Dylan, and he goes all the way down the order. Jaden's going to call it quits, but we will see him for the Radicals, I believe. So stay tuned for that. 1 more race after this one. Dylan makes 1 mistake. He goes down to 6th. I'm not too sure what would happen. We would really have to calculate the points there. We don't have the live calculations on the stream, unfortunately. But 1 mistake from Dylan could cost him big time. But Mike is determined for something to happen. Probably praying right now something to go wrong with Dylan. A mistake, blue flags, anything. Both drivers, we're going to see him come across the line. What times are they going to be doing? Across the line, Dylan. 1:11.6, 1:11.2 for Mike. Mike is going quicker. Klaus is the fastest lap of this one. Ooh, a little too much curve for Dylan. And Mike back in the fray now. Can he pull it around the outside? He's going to try it. Oh, he's definitely going to try it. I think the best thing Mike can do right now is hold up Dylan enough so the 2 drivers behind him can catch up. He's going to have to pull a Lewis Hamilton 2016 Abu Dhabi. Rosberg is leading the championship. He needs to finish in a certain position for Lewis to win it. So I think Mike needs to get ahead of Dylan and back up the pack. Mike is really struggling out here. He needs to get past Dylan. He's closing up the gap. He's under a second now. Lefts and the rights. Looks like Klaus has gotten Isaac, but this is not good for Mike. Mike needs these guys to catch up, but they're battling. They're side by side to the line. Oh, and there's contact, in fact! Can Klaus hold on? Yes, he can. Back on with Mike as he loses at the back end. Forces it around the outside. Lap 12 of 15. 4 to go. Here comes Dylan. Mike is gonna force it onto the inside. Can he make him go wide? Oh, Mike fighting the wheel. He just can't hold him up. There he goes. This is what CMRSC is all about here, ladies and gentlemen. Klaus is a little far behind. Side by side, Dylan and Mike go once again. Ooh, Mike now. Oh, he's gone deep. He has to touch the grass. Dylan leaves the door open. And Mike is going to take it, but Dylan knows. Dylan knows he can get that position back. Mike, being a respectable driver, knowing the rules of racing, he can only make one move in defense. And that is what Mike is doing as Dylan hugs the inside. Can he defend the inside? Actually, no, he doesn't. 3 to go. For the race leader now. Personal best for Curtis Gregory, a 12.5 for him. A little bit wide, Mike is, but he needs to hold him up. Klaus is there, but he's not close enough. There's your race leader. And there you see in the foreground, it's nothing new to us. However, Mike managed to stick with him. Dylan's gonna take that position back. But oh, this one's gonna be close here. Side by side now. Mike taking that move there, hard on the brakes. Dylan is. Let's check out if any of these times are infringing each other. 2 to go. 12-2 for Mike, 12-5 for Dylan. Dylan goes very deep, and there goes Mike. Where's Klaus? Oh, Klaus is a little too far. Mike needs a miracle. Mike looks like he has a way better run now. And I think Klaus is just going to back out of this battle, making sure Isaac stays behind. It's coming down to the wire here for this championship. And there he goes. As it stands, it looks like Dylan should be champion. We'll keep an eye on it, though. Ooh, Mike on the inside. He's gonna take that. Leaders on the final lap of this one. Least Mike could do is stay in the lead. Final lap for these two drivers here. Dylan Morant on the brakes, and for the first time, Mike leads into that turn. But around the final couple of corners, here is Martin Toth. We're trying to do the calculations live as this race goes on. We will let you guys know in just a moment, but around the final corner, Martin Toth is going to win the final race of the Classic Series. Cole Bradbury is going to finish P2. Dylan Morant goes a little bit wide there. Can't get the move done on Mike, and Mike is going to finish third.
Good job, Mike.
Yeah, good battle.
Almost had you that Martin if there was a few more laps.
That is it.
After you hit me that one time, because Logitech is such a horrible company,
Curtis,
my wheel was sideways for like the rest of
very
that
close
race.
to Martin Webster.
Yeah, that's a glitch in them. Like, if there's a hard enough hit,
Doesn't
the wheel
look
will
like
just sit sideways.
Curtis is
That's
going to
why
get him.
Logitech-
Martin's going to finish 7th. Curtis 8.
Good race.
Danny
Close
9.
one.
George 10.
Oh, what a race.
What a race.
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
Calculate the points now.
It's gonna be
Good
close.
job,
It's gonna be
Lord.
close.
I'm curious to see what the points are now.
I
Very.
think I won, but I'm not sure. It's gonna be really close.
Dylan's won.
Gentlemen, may I ask who spotted me wrong when I was in second?
Okay, we were on board. Looked to be Mike. That probably tapped you on the rear end coming onto that straight there.
So in summary, we're going to
Looks
have
like-
an hour-long version of the steward's room after this.
From what I saw, Danny, it looked like it was just a race incident because there was 4 of you guys there.
Let's be together after, kids.
Yeah, I think it's best if we just keep this to the end. Here.
Yeah.
And we've just received unofficial calculation that your champion is Dylan Morant.
Yeah, go Dylan.
Congratulations, Dylan.
Well done, Dylan.
By how much? How much?
Very few.
It's gotta be close.
It's a decent gap here, just looking at it now.
Yeah, it's because he won the first race, so that's like.
It's double
14.
points
I
no
think
matter
just
what.
about 12 points, maybe 12, 11 points.
Yeah.
There's really,
That's still
a
quite
must-win
close.
between the two of you guys.
I just need to not like finish that much lower than him, was really my main goal. Unless he won it.
Nice
Yeah, it
one.
was-
Well, let's conduct interviews quickly. Now, in first place there, we have Martin Toth. I believe you don't have a mic once again, so just let us know your thoughts there. In P2, you got Cole Bradbury in the for Slush there. How was that one for you?
It was mainly not panicking and looking behind on the relative. A weird thought to say in a race, but when sometimes you just got to pace to be in front but want to look at the battle behind.
Right, so man, I want to know how did it look like from the start of that race? There was a lot of confusion going on through there.
From the start, of course, I'm in the Hillman, so it's a very slow car off the line, but won't be able to match anything over them in the corners. But as I saw many people start locking up into turn 1, I thought, right, on the throttle earlier, just a matter of survival. And through that, I managed to get out into P3, made some moves into P2, and just kept consistency to the end from there.
Right on, man. How did you feel? Did you think you had any chance of taking the win in that race?
If it was longer, probably, but Martin, over the race, I think had a 2/10 advantage in consistency per lap. So if I had a bit more practice, maybe I could have won that, but still, a podium's a podium, and well done to Dylan for winning the championship.
Indeed. Congratulations. That was a good P2 from you. In P3, Mike, you just got Dylan, but I'm afraid it was just not enough. How was that one for you?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really expecting to win anyway going into that race, so I was just going in trying to have some fun. Good battle with Dylan there. Really enjoyed that. Managed to just about get him at the end, but yeah, fun race.
Indeed, yeah. That was a really close one from you. Almost every lap we saw you side by side, dive bombs here and there. Amazing racing. You guys have stole the show in that one. How are you feeling in that race there? Just towards in the beginning of that one, because I know you've definitely seen Dylan spin out at the beginning of that one.
I mean, I didn't really have a clue what was going on, to be completely honest. Yeah, I just saw a lot of chaos, and I don't know how, but I just about managed to avoid it, so that was good. But yeah, I didn't really know what was going on. So just managed to get through there, and it went from there.
That's awesome, man. Well, it was a close one, and I believe you would have had a way better chance if we did see you earlier in this championship. But hey, I guess it's on to the next one, because you are definitely a favorite coming into almost every championship now.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Congratulations at that one. And finally, finishing in P4, your champion, Dylan Morant. Race server is also now open. There's 8 minutes of practice for the Radicals, but the server is now up, so you guys can join that up. Dylan, you finally done it. You are champion. How does it feel?
Feels good. I think the main goal with that second race was just to finished not too far behind Mike. And I think if I stay on his tail, I would be okay. And the start of the race, I made a silly mistake being too aggressive, and I just got caught up in all the turn 1 chaos. But after that, I just caught back up, and then we raced.
Indeed, yeah, that was a heartbreaking moment that we saw on stream where we see you facing the wrong way. It was almost flashbacks of Hockenheim, wasn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, I knew the pace I had. I could definitely catch up if I didn't do anything else majorly dumb. But overall, it's a good race, and I'm looking forward to racing against Mike more in the future.
Congratulations, man. Soak it all in. You are champion in our inaugural Caribbean Motor Racing Championship Classic Series.
Question, who got P3 in the end of the championship? Because it was between like me and
Should be
Klaus.
Martin.
It's between me and Klaus,
I think it is Martin, but again, we'll have all the official points later on tonight. But we got one more race coming up now because of 5 minutes in practice. 35 lap race, 15-minute qualifying, mandatory pit stop. Make sure you guys practice all that.
Yeah, I'll jump in just for fun since the clock's going back an hour.
Damn, that's actually a very funny call, actually, yeah.
Hey, good luck in this race, Klaus. I gotta go. But good luck to all of you in the race as well, then.
Yep.
Yeah, well done, Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you sure you got the right-hand drive in here? Every time I join, I get the left-hand drive.
Checking it out now.
I'm happy I require the right-hand drive because I'm British.
It should assign you the right-hand drive.
Nope, I keep getting the left-hand drive.
Restart the server.
Yeah, I'm on left-hand drive, that's good. I can use the left-hand drive.
I select it and I keep getting the left-hand drive.
Let me just check it out on our end.
It might not be used to 2 extra people taking part.
3 of them available. Anybody's got the right-hand drive?
Me because
No,
British.
I think
Anyone see the Xfinity Series race finish?
we got busy over here.
Oh man, so Ty Gibbs is locked into the champion. I can just wait real quick. Does anyone not want me to say this? Because it's spoilers for the championship for. Well, no one said anything. So basically, Ty Gibbs already locked into the championship. Dumped his teammate.
Oh,
I just.
You got right-hand drive?
It should lock you in right hand. That's what I'm seeing on here.
Yeah, I see it's got 2 available. That's why I'm asking if anybody else got it. They have 3 or 5. Somebody thinks that's fine. That anybody got a right-hand drive.
Yeah, you're set up as on the right hand.
Yeah, I'm on the right-hand drive.
All right, we'll do a reset in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, every time I select, I get left-hand drive.
Reset there.
Left-hand drive. I think that was what was the problem last week. Not last week. The last time when we were on Dakota, when I kept going in and go out because I keep getting the wrong side. I'll leave it. I'll just have to drive with it.
I will still reset the server. Make sure that works.
I have no clue what I'm doing on setup in this car.
So, here are the radicals at Bushy Park Circuit.
after driving the Impact, I really learned how to drive this thing. Just automatically, I'm blipping the throttle even though I don't need to.
So just giving the drivers one last run now before we get underway. Alright, we're going to restart the server now. If you guys want to just leave the server quickly. Martin, you are left-hand drive, right? Or right-hand?
Right-hand driver.
Right-hand drive. Alright, I'll set that. Daniel Williams, if you have a mic, can you just let me know if you want left or right? Just so I can double check you.
It don't matter.
Alright, cool. Alright, just leave the server. And I'll let you guys know you can join back. And as soon as we get everyone in, we will instantly start qualifying.
Is it too late for me to join?
Who's this?
Yeah, Rahul Patab.
Patab? Nope. We're just restarting the server. You already locked in, so as soon as it goes up, you can hop in. Are you right?
All right.
Are you right or left-hand drive, Patab?
Right hand.
Okay.
So we need like more right-hand drive than left-hand drive.
There's a lot of guys here. Part time, I haven't seen you in a while, bro.
I'm here because I've got a dopamine kick from finishing P2.
Alright, you guys are good to join back the server now. Looks like we got a fat stack for this week. For these radicals now.
Yeah, only because of the clock going back an hour. So
The
one
fact that you mentioned that just made me go, why not?
Yeah, because it's gonna be like 1 a.m. is the race end instead of 2 a.m. for me. What it would normally be.
It will end technically for me at midnight, even though it's just gone midnight.
Yeah, I'm good now. But we're going to get kicked because of a real penalty. We joined too quickly.
Yeah, real penalties on, unlike it was for like Dover and like Wallerfield and South Dakota.
I think real penalty was actually on for those.
Well, it wasn't working.
What's the forced pit stop? Is it for tires specifically?
Fourth pit stop? What's that?
Forced, sorry, mandatory.
Yeah, mandatory pit stop is just tires.
Only in the second race, right?
Sorry, what was that?
It's only one race
It's
for
only one
these.
race, yeah. One race, 35 laps. With a one mandatory pit stop that you must change your tires.
Okay.
So it's literally just set it up in your thing and then do it when you want.
Alright, so in 30 seconds we will skip to qualifying, so just get ready for that.
We're going to get kicked.
Oh, Mike, you're getting kicked? Were you able to join in before?
We joined too quickly, that's why. It's the real penalty thing.
I'm fine.
Yeah, let me just restart.
You gotta give it a few moments before you can go in.
Yeah, and refresh the server. Oh, everyone's getting kicked. I got kicked as well.
I'm not. Oh, I have been now.
Just got kicked. Yeah, I'll just do a restart.
I'm back in already.
No, once you see that real penalty thing gibberish at the top, you're gonna get kicked.
Okay.
So we can just rejoin, or you guys?
Yeah, you can rejoin. You can rejoin. I've just no idea because even I got kicked as well, so that's kind of odd.
Yeah, that is when you join too quickly.
Yeah, Martin, you could take fuel in the pits.
How long is the race?
35 laps.
Gonna rejoin back now.
Yeah, you can rejoin. You can rejoin. All right, we'll give it another 30-ish seconds.
Give me a chance. I'm loading in.
Yep. Khalil, are you getting any trouble joining in?
I'm on loading pit stop and crew. I'm in.
I'm just looking at our side, and as soon as I see everyone in the pits,
I got kicked again.
you're getting kicked again.
Yeah, I restarted my content manager.
Okay,
but
it might be on our side.
Yeah, people are getting kicked again.
Yeah, that banner on top with all that garbage is on top, so it's probably server side.
Yeah, no, Mike, you were logged into the server. Oh no, I'm getting kicked as well.
Yeah, there's something on server side that you just changed.
That's to do with the real penalty.
I'll disable it.
What is going on?
Yeah, I'll disable real penalty. Because I'm getting kicked as well. Alright, no biggie. So apologies, viewers here. We're just having a bit of technical difficulties. Yeah, alright, everyone leave the server. I'm going to disable real penalty. And hopefully that should solve it, because that red screen is real penalty doing that. That's a bit odd because we had real penalty enabled for the classic cars there, so.
I think, Raul, it's the normal thing that happens when you start the server and everybody joins too quickly.
Okay, so so even if the server goes live, I'll let you guys know when to join. So even when you see the server go live, just give it a moment. Yeah, I'll let you guys know when to hop in. And I'm just also gonna do this, and hopefully this will work. All right. Once again, apologies to you guys watching at home. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you are enjoying everything that we do here. All right, the server's up, but hold on, just give it one moment before you join. Just give it like 10 more seconds. I'll let you guys know when you can hop in. All right, let's jump in now.
Maybe you should let everybody drive a lap or two just to make sure.
Yep, that's fine.
Before we jump to qualify.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we can do that.
Just check to see if that RP thing comes up again.
I disabled it, so it shouldn't at all. Alright, so far so good. We'll give it about a minute and a half. And then we'll skip it to qualifying. So, apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for the little delay there. No, you guys are on the BRB screen as we were just looking at the issues on our side. But we should be good to go now. So server is up, you are free to join now. Cole, or you guys having any trouble bringing? You guys are the only two left. Here, Tamar. All right, Tamar, you are good to go. Okay, Cole. I just now see you in the chat. No worries there. All right, in 20 seconds, we will start qualifying. All right. Wait is now over. We are now getting ready for official qualifying, which should be a very interesting one. The Radical Caribbean Cup, round 4 of 5. Next week, we have to South Dakota for the finale. Can't wait for that one. This is going to be a good one. Good luck in qualifying. Here we go. Oh, look at them all go. Let's check out who's on the front of the queue. Pratap is. Rahul Pratap making his famous return. If you don't remember Rahul Pratap, I believe the last time we saw him race was the iconic photo finish between himself and Oswin Wilson at Zandvoort.
It would be nice if you guys could leave a gap between each other for the quali.
So Cole, I will just go into that just after the introduction here about what we're doing next week. So, Rahul Pratap, last time I believe we saw him was round 2 of the 90s Touring Car Championship. It was Alpha against BMW coming up to the line, and it was a spectacular photo finish between Oswin and Rahul Pratap, but Oswin Wilson snatched it, a little bit of a bump, Dale Earnhardt style. And Rahul Pratap, we haven't seen him since. This is his return here, ladies and gentlemen. Very interested to see what he can do. I'm very excited. We have a couple of drivers in. We also have the likes of, see if we can find him. Ooh, bit of a spin for Harrison. Daniel Williams. Now, this is a driver we also haven't seen in a while. The Guyanese Daniel Williams. It'll be very interesting to see what this is going to be in qualifying here. 10 minutes of qualifying. Let's see what the guys can do. Let's look at next week for a moment. Next week, of course, we don't have any more classic races. So start time at 6 p.m. It'll be the Radicals, a 35-lap race on the FIA layout. The Classic Series is over. We know they ran the Classic. We ran the Classic layout, the old school. The Radicals on that same day ran the Endurance layout, a longer straights version of that track. But there's one more track, the proposed South Dakota Circuit FIA layout. This, what we're looking at, is the FIA layout for Bushy Park in Barbados. Guyana is slowly constructing the FIA layout for South Dakota. It's a very winding, twisting circuit, which will give the Radicals a real good test. And I'm super excited to see what those guys can do. So next week, 6 p.m., it's the Radical Caribbean Cup finale. The week after that will be our final championship. And that news will come soon. Nothing announced just yet. You're gonna have to wait. But you can find out all information if you join us on our official Discord as Daniel hard into the wall. And that is going to be his time deleted there. Oh my! An incident there. Who is that? Martin Webster. Alright, make sure you're watching the guys ahead of you. Remember, there are drivers that could be on a fast lap, so if you're a driver who is on a slow lap, please give way. You're allowed to ask in the Discord to confirm if anyone's on a hot lap ahead of you or behind you, if you want to give way. So we have up to 13 drivers online. A lot of drivers finding their feet here, trying to find some space. Curtis getting a little bit unlucky. Daniel Williams, not too sure what's going on with him. Khalil Rickford, currently championship leader. On board with him right now. And this is the line here coming across now. It's a 56.7 for him. Martin Totten second with a 57.8. Patab into the pits right now. You're saying Daniel Williams rejoining the server, so very awesome to see what he can do. Here is Mike Van Dorn. Now he's been also quick. Oh, a little bit of a cut for him. But check out those times. Man, this is going to be close for qualifying here. So with the Radicals, we also bring the virtual safety car. If an incident were to happen, the virtual safety car will come out. The leader will be the safety car. We'll get everyone bunched up. We go racing from there. Daniel Williams, a little bit of yellow flags for him. He's in the grass. Jaden Harrison gonna pull that car into the pit lane now. Here's Danny Nasir on board with him now, going through the S's, where the classic cars are really we're just slow around there. The Radicals are doing this track in under a minute. Daniel Williams, a little bit more trouble for him. Gets back out. Ooh, Mike looking the wrong direction on track. A lot of these drivers slipping and sliding. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button. You're on the road for 250. Thank you guys so much for the support so far. We have 8 of you guys watching the stream live. And you guys are in for a very good race. Let's take you through the championship picture this time. So, we are also counting team points, so a lot of you drivers are on teams. So, looking at the driver standings right now, it is Oswin Wilson who leads it with 73 points. However, he's not here today, so This is going to be interesting to see how the points will shake up. In second, Khalil Rickford with 46 points. In third, it is Martin Webster. A great win from him. He's 43 points. Dylan Morant with 37 points. Sean Lee with 31 points. Martin Toth with 27. Danny Nasir with 27. Tavar Clark with 23. Klaus Klint with 19. 16 points for Curtis. Justin with 13. Pommels with 8. Harrison with 6. Hall for 2. Lance Nasir with 1 point. Check this out. Khalil Rickford is going quicker. Coming around the final 2 corners. Comes across the line. 56, 5, 6, 7. He's fastest. Just extending that lead. Making sure we have, 35 laps. Mandatory pit stop for the drivers. This is going to be a good one to sound out the night. Ooh, Martin Toth losing it out. Here we see Mike Van Dorn. Coming around what would be the final corner for the Classic Series. And that is the second sector. Looking pretty good out there. On the double right, left. Across the line now. It's 3/10 off the pace. Rickford, a little bit of struggles there. Puts that car into the pits. Tavar looking for some space here on track. Can't find any. Letting go of 2 of his fellow competitors. Actually, no, he's coming to a stop. And going into the pits. Here is Mike on track as well. Martin Toth on a lap. Checking out that delta on the dash there. Travis got a lot of work. Catch up to the pack. I don't know if he is in chat right now, but Dominic Charles, he had said he wanted to race this one badly. Put in some laps earlier. And actually, we're gonna check that out. So the man from Trinidad, Dominic Charles, earlier today put in some laps. He's up, so not able to race with us here this evening. He had put in a fastest time of a 56.7. The drivers right now are doing 57s. So Dominic and Khalil would have definitely been up there. It's a shame we couldn't see him here. Hopefully we can have him soon here at CMRSC. But with 1 minute and 36 seconds left to go, qualifying is coming to a close. Tavar Clark on a lap right now. Let's go for a little tour around Bushy Park. Flashes his headlights to let Lance here know to get out the way because I am on a fast lap. Tavar Clark, oh so close from getting a win at his home in Jamaica. But he could not do it. It was Martin Webster who won that race. It was really anyone's game that day. Today it's going to be very similar. Oh, Tavar's going to go for a spin. Saves it and is on the Race of Champions layout. And he's back on track. There we see Mike 6/10 up. 6/10 positive. Of course, you want to be way quicker than that in the first sector. Looks like Khalil has really put this car at an unbeatable time there of a 56.5. Coming across the line, he's going to begin his final time now. A lot of the drivers are on their final laps. Mike's going to come across the line to begin his final lap. Check out Klaus, he does a 59.8 and he's going to pull that car into the pits. That is going to be his qualifying complete. Ooh, check this out. Daniel Williams puts that car into P5. I think that's his qualifying complete. Maybe not. We have a couple drivers to check out here. Looks like Toth is leading the crew here. Ooh, Mike with an incident. Oh, that's going to be his qualifying complete. Martin Toth, 2 corners to go. It's not looking like a fast time. Can he at least improve his 57.3? No, he cannot. Tavar Clark coming across the line. Oh, that is definitely not going to improve at all. Mike in the pits. Khalil coming into the pits now. Daniel Williams not looking very fast right now. Couple corners to go. Just misses the first sector. Oh, he's going to come across the line. Cuts the track there. It's going to be an invalid time for him. Yep, and it is. It's not going to count that time there. It's going to be a good qualifying for the drivers there. That is your qualifying, Tavar. I believe that is going to be his qualifying complete. He spins it anyways. Ooh, he's going to get in the way of Martin Webster. Was Martin on a lap? Doesn't look like he was on a good lap either way, so.
Sorry, Martin. I was trying to save you from. No problem.
There's Lance and Sam. Great qualifying. Congratulations.
I know whether you're good, boy.
Yeah, that was a good qualifying. Congratulations, Khalil, Martin, and Tavar. That's your top 3. So this race is going to be 35 laps with a mandatory pit stop. You must make a mandatory tire change in this one. So in this race, you must come into the pits to change your tires. So make sure you guys have your strategies set up there. You're also allowed to refuel the car, do any maintenance in the pits, but you must make a stop once to change tires. Virtual safety cars are enabled for this one, so if there is an incident on track, we will call it. And that will mean the leader would be the safety car. We'll get everyone behind him. And you guys will be notified from race director when we go racing, how much pace we have to set, etc., etc. So you guys have 1 minute and 43 till we're on the grid.
Not surprisingly good for me. Fuck it. Like that. It takes quite a few laps to adjust to this car compared to the Imp. It's
definitely a handful, especially when you're doing under a minute for all these laps. You're really hustling the car.
I just have to change the whole way I'm driving.
Well, let's see how these guys can do. Put up to the test. Check out that time, a 56.567. I have no idea of how quick that is compared to the record times around here, both in real life and in sim. Martin Toth doing very well into P2. Of course, winning the last race, so he's going to have a lot of good momentum. He's actually on a podium streak right now. 2 podiums so far. So we're going to see what he can do. Tavar Clark. Now he's in a great position, of course, coming off the back foot from finishing just in 2nd position at Dover Raceway in round 3. He's going to start 3rd. Mike Van Doren in P4. You just heard him earlier. It's going to be very difficult to adapt to the car when you were just hustling a Hillman in for a championship. We're going to see what he does on track. Keep an eye out on him. Daniel Williams, very great qualifying from him. He has not put many laps in the practice. I actually don't think he did. This is actually going to be his first appearance in a long time. So yeah, this is his first appearance in the championship as well. He's in it for the fun. Let's see what he can do. Jaden Harrison in Peanuts. He is starting in P6. Currently doing a 58.4, so that was a good time from him. Martin Webster, P7. Here, last race winner. Let's see if he can keep up that momentum. He's definitely in this championship fight. Real Pratap, P8. Not in this championship fight at all, but it is we are happy to have him come back.
Good luck.
Curtis Gregory, P9. I think that was just him saying good luck there in chat. Danny Nasir in P10. Klaus in P11. George Hall, P12. Lance Nasir, P13. The drivers are set on the grid. It is time. We are moments away to get this race underway. I'm really excited. Here we go. It's round 4 of the Radical Caribbean Cup.
Rolling or standing?
Welcome everyone
Standing.
to Bushy Park Circuit in Barbados for round number 4. It is Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club's Caribbean Motor Racing Championship, round 4. Grand Prix of Barbados. We are 42 seconds away before we can get this race underway. What a qualifying we had here. Let's quickly go through the order right now. Khalil Rickford starting in first, Martin Toth in second, Tavar Clark in third, Mike Van Doren in fourth, Daniel Williams in fifth, Jaden Harrison in sixth, Martin Webster in seventh, Will Pratab in eighth, Curtis Gregory in ninth, Danny Nasir
It's a
rounds out your
standing
top
start,
10.
right?
Standing start. Yep, you go for the lights. Klaus in 11th, George in 12th, Lance in 13th.
Guys, remember turn 1. Please do not hit anybody.
Have a good one out there, guys. Here we go. The lights come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights, and we go racing here at Bushy Park. Great start from Khalil there. Tavar on the outside. There you see the drivers coming into turn 1 there. Great lead from the drivers there. They get away scot-free there. Let's get up to the pack right now. Daniel Williams trying to get the move on the outside for P5. Martin Toth having to fight with, looks like Tavar. Yes, it is, for that P3 spot. Oh, but Mike is also in there. Door to door. There they go. Jaden right behind them. This is your battle for P2. Khalil Rickford has booked it out of there early. Look at Jaden go on the outside. Can he get 2 cars in 1? It's going to be very tight here. Martin Webster, issues for him. He's already disconnected out of this one early. Jaden trying to keep up. And now we can look at the leaderboard. Rickford in first, Toth in second, Van Doren in third. Trouble for him as he has Tavar on the right on his tail. Jaden Harrison has Daniel Williams for company. But this is your fight. There is P3 there. Oh, but Mike goes very wide, and it opens the door for Tavar Clark to take that position. Now Mike struggling a little bit through the banked assets now, and he has Peanuts. Jaden Harrison for company now. There you see George Hall. We don't see Daniel Williams on the leaderboard just yet. He should pop up in a moment. Not the best of exits for Tavar Clark. And Khalil Rickford is out of there. This is what he needs for the championship to just get away. His championship rival, Austin Wilson, is not here to race. But it's going to be 35 long laps. And the guys have kept it clean. At least from what we saw on stream. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is going to be a nail-biter. Mike now is on the charge. He's going to have to slowly adapt to this car. But the best way to do it is just run lap after lap after lap. Especially when you're following someone, you learn the lines, you get better. And you find ways to overtake him. Mike Van Doren on the rear end of Tavar Clark, the man who finished P2 2 weeks ago at Dover. Has the Dutchman for company. Khalil putting in the fastest lap of a 56.7. That is 3 fastest laps in a row. Hot on his heels. Tavar is trying to just get away from Mike. Snap of oversteer for Mike Van Doren. Mike, where does he go? Inside, outside, chooses the inside. It's going to be very tight coming through here. Tavar gives him the racing room. But here comes Tavar. The move is done, but can Tavar come back at him? Goes a little bit deep. Tavar is going to lose a lot of time, and Mike is going to take that position. Solid racing at the start here. I'm not able to watch Daniel Williams for some reason, but we do see him on the broadcast. So these drivers do have to make a mandatory pit stop once in this race. So it'll be very interesting to see how strategy plays out here. Daniel trying to get a good run off of Jaden Harrison, the Jamaican. It's Guyana versus Jamaica. Very wide. Daniel goes. He's going to drift it. And he's just going to hold on for dear life, but he's going to lose a lot of time, and especially those tires are going to run away from him quick. Tavar is back on the attack against Mike. Looks like Mike is just extending that lead on the straights there. This is your battle for P3. See in the chat here, a lot of guys cheering on Mike Van Dorn. Let's see what he can do now. This is his true test against some very quick drivers. Khalil Rickford, Tavar Clark, those guys extremely quick. Let's not forget the race winner just now, Martin Toth. He hasn't had much practice, so let's see what happens when he's thrown a bone to pick with. Let's check out some of the battles in the background. We have Curtis Gregory against Jaden Harrison. Curtis running very smooth, very close to these curbs. But keeping it very clean. And Khalil putting in another fastest lap, extending that gap to now 10 seconds to Martin Toth. Khalil Rickford is out of here. But let's not forget, anything can happen in this one. Yellow flags could really change this one up big time. Oh, we see George Hall with an incident. There's the yellow flag, but he is back underway, so it stays green. Klaus now putting in a time of a 59.8, his personal best, as he's on the hunt against Raul Pratap. That's your battle for P7 now. He's got a little bit of time through the Essex. Back up the field now. Mike still holding on to a charging Tavar. And there you see the chart there. Toth is 4.4 seconds ahead. Ooh, Lance Nasir comes in for his stop now. Oh no, he actually disconnects. That's going to be his race over. Our second retirement out here. Lots of battles everywhere you look. Lap 8 of 35 complete. Jaden Harrison is staring the wrong way. George Hall retiring out of this one. And Jaden Harrison, we have just received 3 retirements in this one. Already. That is crazy. We are hearing confirmation from George Hall that he is getting a little bit drowsy out there. As you guys know, we are open to the public worldwide. And it is very late to a lot of guys in Europe. So for the Radicals, it is very difficult to run with us. Oh! Robert Tab! Has he lost the back end? Has he been tapped? I'm not too sure. It looked like he just lost it. But like I said, a lot of drivers, very late night for him. And it is A-okay. We honestly understand. But back at the battle here for P3. Tavar giving us another classic comeback. And this time he's all over the rear of Mike. stretching out those gears. Trying to get the maximum revs out of all of them. Let's check out Mike, how he's shifting. He's shifting way quicker. 58.179 for Mike, 58.15, I think that was. A 154 for Tavar, so they're both running identical pace out there. No driver letting go. Of course, interestingly, we saw a race that did go without yellows. Round 1. South Dakota, the endurance layout, the first round for the Radicals, did go without a yellow. But we did have some really good fights to watch there. Toth in a lonely P2 right now. Incident between Danny and Nasir. You don't see Danny on the board either. It looks like Pratab and Danny might have gotten into contact with each other. But now here comes Khalil Rickford coming up to the blue flag cars of Danny Nasir and Pratap. Klaus is a little bit up the road now. But back up to the front here. Man, this is a good battle here. And while we're at it, we have not done this one for a while. So while we're watching these guys go around, let's take a moment to listen to these beautiful Radicals. Let's turn it up. I just love these beautiful sounding Radicals out here at Bushy Park. Remember, this is round 4 of 5 for the Radical Caribbean Cup. Next week we head back. We head back home to South Dakota Circuit for the FIA layout for the finale, the double points finale for the Radical Caribbean Cup. Roll Pratap is now a lap down, as well as Danny Nasir, and Khalil Rickford chooses this is the right time to head into the pits for his stop. Now it is a while out here to take your pit stop, so Toth is going to come across. Going to overtake him, as well as Van Dorn and Clark. Do we see Curtis overtaking? No, in fact, he's actually losing the back end of those tires. Still in the pits is Khalil Rickford. Back out he is now. Coming across the screen, there is Daniel Williams. This is what the pit exit looks like out here. A quick stop from him, and now he has some open track to try to catch up to the field. Now, Martin Toth, your new leader of this one. The strategies are coming in. Do we see any of the top 3 going for a stop? We see Pratap coming in. for his stop here. Don't see anyone else coming in. So far, this race has been very calm. Oh, I say that. I think I just heard someone off track. Who's that? Maybe I'm just hearing things. And we watch on now. When do we see the next top drivers coming for their stops? Now, can we see anything budge from him? Not yet. Anything from Mike? Tavar? And there is Khalil. He is very far now. But with some fresh rubber, he's going to be back up in the pack in no time. A little bit of a slide for Martin Toth. And right behind him is Mike Van Dorn, who's gained a lot of time onto Toth now. Possibly going in for his pit stop soon. Let's check him out. He's currently 3/10. 4/10 actually. Just up his delta. We're going to see across the line how Toth and Van Dorn does. So Toth puts in a lap with a 58.4. Mike puts in a 58.4 as well. Let's see Tavar 58.5. The top three are running identical times here. Let's check out what Khalil is doing. He has Pratap for company. Let's check out what Rickford is doing. Rickford is doing a 57.3. And Pratap is going to let go of him there. So, Khalil Rickford is going way quicker than the top guys ahead of him. I think Mike now is probably going to want to think about the undercut to get against Martin Toth here. Do we see Toth making a move? Not just yet. Mike, anything? Not yet. Nothing from the top three. There you see some other drivers in the background. The battle for P6. It is Curtis Gregory against Klaus Clint. Curtis just getting away from the Valhalla driver. The race is really settled down here now. See in chat, I don't know how they're squeezing 2 seconds out of these machines. Man, I don't know either. These guys are very talented. Curtis comes in for his stop. During the virtual safety car, we will allow lap cars to go through. You're just hearing that from race director now, and I think the driver's going to hear that, as well as Martin Toth, who's going to be entering the pits. So Mike is going to be leading this one. Just a reminder that if we do have a VSC, we will allow lap cars to overtake and get their lap back. So that's if we have a virtual safety car, we will allow lap cars to overtake. So now the top two guys have now done their official pit stops from before the pit stop rotation, and here comes Toth. Toth now out the pits looking to cover Mike Van Dorn. Tavar now has Curtis for company, not for position. And Curtis respectfully getting out the way, hitting the brakes, allowing his fellow competitor to race on. So, Mike and Tavar yet to make their stops. Going through the list, Khalil has made his stop. Todd has made his stop. Klaus has yet to stop. Gregory has stopped, and Pratap has stopped. So, got about 3 drivers left to make their mandatory pit stops. It is lap 20 of 35. Mike doing very well now to be in the lead. Ooh, Gregory in the grass. Yellow flags come out for him, but he gets back racing. So I think a lot of the guys are really just waiting for any sort of caution to come out. That's what they need. Anything to happen right now. Anything is possible. Daniel Williams is also in P4. I think we can look at him right now, who's just up the road. There he is. I don't think Daniel had come in for a stop just yet. We could be wrong. Race director will just check that out. I'll be able to check here. So looking at the pit stops now. There you see Rickford, Toth, Gregory, and Pratap has made their stops. So, doesn't look like here. I don't think Daniel Williams has come in for a stop either. So very interesting.
Thank you.
To see how this race is going to turn out. Now, there you see Mike gaining a lot of positions there. 3 positions, 6 positions for Klaus. But now we get to the battle down below. So Mike's still in the lead, followed by Tavar Clark, and Khalil Rickford is closing in now. I assume the top 2 guys are really just hoping for any safety car to come out now. See a driver in the pits, it's Daniel Williams in. Yep, Daniel Williams is in to serve his mandatory pit stop. Mike continues to lead this one. And no sign of a pit stop for him. Tavar Clark, can we see him going for his stop? Not yet. And there we see, finally, we can watch Daniel Williams on our screen here. As he's come out on the rear of Danny Nasir. And Danny letting him go, interestingly. They were both racing out the pits. And I see the chat, a lot of guys rooting for the man from Jamaica, Tavar Clark. Who still needs to make his stop, as well as the Dutchman, Mike Van Doorn. But Khalil Rickford, the Guyanese, hangs on to P3. No pit stop from Mike and Tavar. Think about an undercut. Potentially. Not just yet. So it looks to me now, maybe the top 2 guys are really just going to run this one to the very end. Gamble for the safety car, and if the safety car doesn't come out, then that's it. Oh, who is that? Daniel going off track. A little excursion there, but he gets back on. Very weird there. No idea what happened to him. Probably lost it. Not too sure if Danny Nasir also came for a stop. I don't believe he has. Klaus is finally in for his mandatory pit stop. So there he is, sitting pretty in P5. But for how long? As Danny Williams is coming up. As well as Curtis. It should be a little bit close onto the line now. So Daniel overtakes Klaus into the pits, but here comes Klaus. Ah, but Curtis, nowhere to be seen. Oh, this is going to be close. Watch the pit exit. There's Klaus. And Klaus has just gotten ahead. And now Curtis has a race on his hands. As he just sees out of nowhere a Radical exiting the pits now. Back up the field now. Tavar is 8 seconds behind Mike, and Rickford is 8 seconds behind Tavar.
I'm cooking, Danny.
Here, confirmation that Danny Nasir is coming in for his stop. Daniel Williams in the grass again. Danny a little bit confused on how to get in. Hopefully he knows his way, and he is in for his mandatory pit stop. Up the field now. Where is Khalil? There he is. Ooh, check this out. Curtis tuning up the band now. Putting in his personal fastest. Now against Klaus. He's trying to close in that gap now. Danny now exiting the pits. And I believe he's now battling Raul Pratap on pit exit. There he is. And I think Raul Pratap has just gotten ahead. Back to this battle here. And here, oh, you have to step away for just a moment because Tavar is now fed up. He's had enough. He can't run that car long enough. He takes it into the pits. Where is Martin Toth? There he is. Moves are being made here now. Oh, looks like Klaus with an incident. Back out on track. Here is Tavar. So Tavar now down in fourth. Martin Toth is ahead of him in third. And now it's just Mike, I believe, who has to make his pit stop. Let's have confirmation there. Just ignore Daniel, because we did see Daniel with his pit stop. So it is Mike, the last driver, to make that pit stop. Curtis putting in a 58.8. That's his personal best. There we see Daniel Williams, who has to let blue flags through for his fellow Guyanese, Khalil Rickford. Not just yet, though. Mike's still out on track. So far, this might be the second race in the Radical Caribbean Cup to host no cautions. Very interesting here. It's all the guys who manages to keep this race spick and span clean as you like. Currently now 8 p.m. Eastern time now. Thank you all for tuning in. To hopefully you guys watching the stream. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Ooh, Daniel, a little bit off the track there, and he's gonna let go of Rickford in the process. Who's that up ahead? That's Danny Nasir. Check this out. Daniel getting a little bit racy between himself and Khalil. Of course, Daniel is allowed to unlap himself, but he must do it in a clean manner. So Daniel having a little bit of time, flashing his headlights, the man in second place. And I think we're running out of time, even if we do have a virtual safety car. And there is Mike. Caught him. And there he is. He cannot wait any longer. He's coming in for a stop. And here comes Khalil to take that lead. And he is. Check that out. Mike is out. That was a very quick stop from him. And might be able to keep P2. Yes, he is. Interestingly. Daniel with an issue. He gets it 180'd. Back out on track. A lot of drivers making issues by themselves. And check that out. Who is that flashing their headlights? It's Mike. Where is Martin Toth? He's currently third with Tavar. Klaus giving away blue flags, and check this out. Similar to Dover, we have ourselves a battle with Tavar Clark. Tavar now charging up. It is Tavar Clark against a different Martin. It's not Martin Webster, it's Martin Toth. This should be interesting. A second separate the two now. Let's check this battle out. Ooh, a little bit of curb for Tavar. This is your fight now for the final podium position. Wide Martin Toth is. Be a little jump in the, it's going to be a very big jump in the points. Khalil's going to have a massive lead coming into the finale here of the Radical Caribbean Cup. Should have 60 points. And Toth should finish and keep that third, 18 points. Should be in the 40s. So it really just looks like the double points finale is really going to see. Ooh. I heard a spin. Yeah, it is. It's Curtis. Curtis is going to lose that position out. This race here, but man, we're going to get 0 cautions out here. 2 to go for the race leader, Khalil Rickford. Mike 12 seconds behind. There will be no more safety cars from this point. There will be no more safety cars. Green to the end. So hear from race director now. And that is it. This race is going to go to the checkered flag no matter what happens, no matter how big of an incident. Because there is just not enough time. Or else we would have to finish this one under a safety car, so there's no point. So this is your final battle on track. Tavar is half a second behind Martin Toth. Sorry, Tavar is half a second under Martin Toth. This is going to be a good fight to the end. Tavar now a very strong confirmation from the race leader. This is this final lap of the race. What a stunning performance Khalil has done out here. Martin Toth a little bit of lack. Check out his ping. It's a bit high here. Both of the drivers enter the final lap of this one. Can Tavar put this car on the podium? We'll find out now. Turn 1. Martin Todd looking very clean around there. Turn 2 looks fine as well. We're going to have to come back to them in just a moment because rounding out the last couple of corners, it is Khalil Rickford who is going to take the win here at Bushy Park Circuit. Khalil wins it. In P2 now, here comes Mike. A solid race from him, and I think he's going to be very happy for finishing second best in this one. Martin thought it looks like he's going to be able to hold on for dear life. Last 2 turns, and he's going to do it. Martin Toth is going to finish home in P3. Tavar Clark couldn't get it done this time around. He's going to finish P4. Daniel finishes P5. Clausen 6th. Curtis 7th. Pratab in 8th. And that is going to be your race complete. All right, great racing out there. You guys managed to keep it clean from start to finish. No yellows for that one. Congratulations to you guys who stuck around and have made it to the checkered flag. Let's talk to the top 3 and now. Martin Toth, once again, no, you don't have a mic, so you can just let me know in the chat your thoughts. In the meantime, we can turn to you. Mike, that was a good race from you. For someone who was just so into the imp, you managed to take the Radical and put it into P2. How's that one for you?
Yeah, it was very good. I did miss a few braking points at the start, but yeah, just managed to get into the rhythm. It's a very good pace. Decided to extend my pit stop as far as possible to just take advantage of my pace as much as possible. Tried to overcut Martin, which worked, so that was good as well. Very happy with the speed too. Very good pace from Khalil as well, very well driven from him. So yeah, it was a good race.
How did the tires feel before your initial pit stop?
It was good up until I'd say the last lap for sure. A few laps before that, it was starting to get a bit to the edge, but it was fine for most of it.
Awesome there. Well, congratulations. That's a solid P2 for you. And now your race winner. Actually, hold on. Before we get to you there, we have word from Martin Toth. He had a very bad start, but he was consistent. Had some good speed, but Khalil was super fast. And just don't have the best of strategies there going into that one. It was a good race from you there, Martin. Congratulations on that P3 there. And now your race winner, Khalil. That was just another one of your dominant performances there. How was that one for you? Khalil, do we have you on Discord?
Yeah, he's talking about winner here.
I do see him in the chat. Is your mic working? Khalil, if you are talking, we're not able to hear you. Yeah, we see. You might try rejoining the Discord, maybe.
Hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, so I had a pace advantage, but I made it a little bit harder for myself. The plan was to pit on lap 15, and I noticed I was going to run out of fuel on lap 14, so I had a bit of a panic. I thought my fuel burn was off, so I ended up putting 10 extra laps of fuel in the car. So I finished the race with 10 extra laps of fuel, so that made the pit stop longer, and I was about 7/10 slower every lap for the second stint, so wasn't ideal, but I had enough of a pace advantage. So wasn't bad in it.
How are the tires with that strategy there with running the heavy fuel?
Well, that wasn't the strategy, but yeah, the tires were no factor. They don't really wear much to cause a pace reduction. It seems so.
Yeah, that's what we are noticing. We might have to tune them up for the final race. Were they getting any wear at all throughout that one, or was it really just like you can feel the grip no matter what?
I think the indicators were still green, and I don't think there was any less grip, so not much wear.
Interesting. Well, that's a good race from you. You now take the lead of the championship standings now, I think officially. So yeah, we'll see you hopefully next week for the final.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that is going to be our race done here. We have one more round coming up. Next week, we go to South Dakota for the FIA layout. The server will be up in a couple of moments. But for now, we're going to go end off the stream here. Thank you, everyone, for racing with us here tonight once again. And you guys can say our last goodbyes in the Discord.
See you. Yeah, I mean, they're basically...
All right, that is going to be it done there. That is another event complete here at Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. A fantastic championship fight. Unofficially, your winner, Dylan Moranti, taking home the title. Congratulations to him. Great wins coming from Dylan, Martin Toth, and Khalil Rickford. You guys will see the official updated points for the Classic Series very soon. That should be out tomorrow on our official Instagram and Facebook pages. So go ahead and follow those up. All those are in the description down below. And if you want to get into the action here, there's a link to Discord, to our official Discord. Join that up, and that is how to follow us and race with us every Saturday. Next up, we go to South Dakota to wrap up the Classics. To wrap up the Radicals. We've already done the Classics. That's going to be me here today. I want to give one shout out to Red Gear and Caribbean Sim Motorsport for allowing us to use this beautiful track that they've made. It had taken them a long time, so go show them some love. Caribbean Sim Motorsport, I believe. They have a website. They're on Instagram. They have a Discord as well where they also run races. Go check them out. Those guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Roland here from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. And I'll catch you all next week for the finale. And then we have one more championship left to round out the year. Then next year we return with the DTM championship, but we're getting far ahead into the future. Great racing from everyone there. And thank you guys for tuning in this late. I know we went a little bit over time, a little bit of issues on the server, but we managed to get everything working. That was a good one. Have a good one, guys.